Hey everyone, it's July in the Northern Hemisphere. Welcome one and all to ToolFanReacts. This is my YouTube channel where I react to things requested by the lovely viewers. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard, and I hope you stick around. I hope you return to view more videos of mine. If you are returning, I'm much appreciated. Mucho apreciado for those who are bilingual. If you would love to help me out with my channel and help it grow and blossom and bloom, and then eventually wither and die, you can go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave a like on my video and or videos if you would like to do that as well. And also, you can click that notification bell to get notified when I post new videos and reactions. Also, I have a podcast I do every week. It posts Tuesday. It's called High School Famous. And it's, like I said, is a weekly podcast. And that's about as much as we hold to as far as a format goes. All right. Again, it's the month of July, Northern Hemisphere. Today we're going to check out a song by the Mars Volta. This was requested by... Now, I've heard some Mars Volta songs before. This one is called Roulette Dares, parentheses, the haunt of. I don't know if I've heard this. Like I said, I know I've heard some Mars Volta songs. I may or may not have heard this already, so we will find out if I have. Okay, without further ado, it is July, and here's Roulette Dares by the Mars Volta. Let us begin.
The AM Trinity fell upon his Dixia derailed in the rattles of made its way through the tracks of a snail slouching whisper, half-mast commute through umbilical blisters. Spectre will radar has gathered midnight nooses from boxcar cadavers.
Sounds like it was an opportune moment to pause. This song does not sound familiar. This sound is familiar. The song not so much itself, but the sound is familiar. Like I said, I've heard some Mars Volta before. The one thing I'll use to describe Mars Volta music, some of it anyway, there was that slow breakdown, which was very nice. When it gets to the really heavy, fast stuff, I would describe it as messy. It all fits. It just sounds messy. I'm going with like a visual comparison. Like if you're just about to, jump around in the street, it would be not messy. But if you're jump around in the street into a bunch of puddles, that's going to be messy. There's a bunch of stuff kind of splashing all over the place. So that may be by design. That may be their intention. It sounds a little messy and chaotic for me. But I'm going to go back a little bit and we shall continue on. Also, it's July.
Skeletal
These guys, yeah, they go all over the place. And what they don't do for the most part is they don't stick to one section for very long. It's not this sort of trancy, repetitive thing that kind of gets you kind of like you're sailing away to some other land. These songs are a ride. They twist and turn these tight curves all over the place, and they don't let you have a lot of moments to just kind of breathe and settle in. They take you. Now this is this song. There are other songs of theirs that I sort of remember that are like this, very very rapid and spastic. Almost like you're gonna get you're gonna have whiplash after, because it's just you're jerking all over the place. So I'm sure they have other songs that are more subdued and and that kind of settle in more. This is not one of them. The drums are going off. The drums are the things I can kind of pick up the most. As far as the other instruments, there's sort of a muddiness to the mix. It seems like everything's just kind of like in one little puddle or pool. Sorry to use another puddle analogy, but it's the instruments they seem like they're all sort of mixed in together in a way that it makes it hard for, say, the guitar or the bass, or I'm not sure how many guitars are in this, how many guitar players are in this group, but it all sounds like one sort of collective musical group versus really being able to pick out the individual parts. Except the drums come in through a little more than the rest, so I think that's why I'm being able to comment more on that. But yeah, the drums are very rapid, very quick. They are keeping up. Now, if the drums are, it doesn't seem like there's one, player that is driving the song. I'll say that. It doesn't seem like the drums are really driving it, or the bass is driving it, or the guitar is driving it. They're all at that level. So it's like the whole group is driving the song, which I think these guys are known for, or what their sort of MO is. But anyway, I'm going to kick it back a couple seconds and we'll carry on. Northern Hemisphere, July. Here is different. I can pick out the individual instruments here a little better. So I'm not sure if that's when they do come up back up, and the energy comes back up, and it's more spastic. Perhaps they want it all to sort of be drowned in together. But yeah. Anyway, let's go back to it. So I will say there are parts that have become to sound familiar. So I actually am pretty sure I have heard this before, but it's been a good 20 years, 15 to 20 years, I would say, since I've heard it. I'll clue you in. The last time I heard this was off of my iPod Classic, so that might clue you into how long it's been. Um, so it's been quite a while. So again, there's a lot of it I don't remember, but there are some of those sort of breakdown moments and some of the sort of the chorus pieces that I do remember. But still, this is almost like hearing it new for the first time. The vocalist is pretty outstanding. I don't remember. I don't think I ever knew his name or any of the group members' names, so I apologize for that. But I do think, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, the vocalist and maybe other members, were they not in a group prior called At the Drive-In? I think that's where at least some of the members of this group came from. Like At the Drive-In either broke up or took a hiatus, and the Mars Volta was formed from that. And then I think At the Drive-In came back and continued to make more. I don't know the exact history, or if I'm completely off base and there's no truth to any of this, but I believe At the Drive-In is where at least the singer came from. To my knowledge, and maybe I have through friends playing it, but I never listened to At the Drive-In. I may have heard some, in proximity to someone else listening to it here and there, because a bunch of my friends were into At the Drive-In. And here I am going on and on about At the Drive-In, and maybe there is no connection whatsoever. And so none of this is relevant. I'm going to go back a little bit. None of this might be relevant. It's Northern Hemisphere and the month of July. Let's go on. You can really hear the bass guitar go to work in this section, which is cool. Sorry to pause again, but this I just wanted to point out that I may have spoke too soon when I said that they don't let a certain section of a song sort of breathe and exist for a while, and here we are just sort of riding out what may be the rest of the song with this sort of mellowed down little groove here. The drummer has has reduced his approach down to just sort of like an open snare, doing a little of those. It's not a drum roll, but it's I'm not sure a lot of drumming terms. But yeah, the instruments can really, the drummer's doing sort of a steady thing. The bass is kind of switching up between doing some rapid notes and then slowing down and holding some notes there. The guitar is kind of in a space of its own. It's not really holding to anything. It seems to be sort of free-forming. And I hear the singer just kind of, humming a little bit just to add to the vibe of the music. So pretty cool. I'm going to go back. I think I'll just let the rest play out. So. Oh, I'm guessing that naturally transitions into the next track. But I think I remember that about these guys. They approach it more of they write like an album versus just worrying about writing singles and individual tracks. Um, and I like that a lot. I like when an album is sort of a piece of music where you can appreciate just a song by itself, but when you take the whole thing in, you can kind of zoom out and see the greater message with it. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, it's some parts did sound familiar, but only a couple bits. Largely I had no recollection of any of this song, so um, I guess I could still count this as a reaction. The overall sound, like I know that I've heard other songs off this album, so sort of the sound that's captured within the entirety of this album was familiar. Other than that, it was all pretty much new to me. Very cool. Thanks for sticking to the end if you have. Yeah, so if you want to, please subscribe and like the video and my other videos, and turn on that notification bell if you want to get notified when I post something new. And as always, if you would like me to react to something specific, leave it down in the comments and I will add it to the list. Please, if you'd like to also check out my podcast, High School Famous, new episodes every Tuesday, wherever you listen to podcasts. It is the month of July in the Northern Hemisphere. See you later.